Okay, first fish today. It's Friday, June the what?
24th.
24th. Finally made it here to the lake with the big boat. Oh, man.
You're gonna push me over. Yes. You can't get one real
Here.
fishy?
They're very difficult.
What was that I caught?
That was a crappie.
Mm,
A small black crappie.
that's good.
I'm just untangling it, that's all. There you go. I was supposed to be here last weekend. That was sort of a holiday weekend. Juneteenth. I was supposed to be here on Saturday. I had a problem with the electrical system that operates the brakes for the trailer. And I had a heck of a time tracking it all down. And I decided I needed a piece on Saturday, but it wasn't available to me until Monday. I ordered it. And when it came on Monday, that wasn't a problem at all. So my good friend Carl helped me out, and sure enough, we figured it out really quick. And everything's back in order. As it turned out, it was absolutely nothing. I could have repaired it for $0, but I bought a couple parts I don't need. At least now they're new. So I'm going to spend down there in that cabin down there 2 nights. I brought food and water and bait and all my gear. And this is an experiment. It's a dry run for future trips, but I'll be camping on this thing regularly. We're in 10 feet of water right now. The temperature of the water is 78.4 degrees. My batteries are fully charged. Right now my speed is 0 because I'm at anchor. But it is so beautiful today. It's going to be a hot, sunny weekend. I'm going to catch a bunch of fish. So we have yet another one. There's going to be a lot of this. Bye-bye, fishy. It's beautiful out here. Friday afternoon, late afternoon, and people are enjoying the fishing. It's 5:37, and the sun will be up for a long time yet. And there's a lot of fish yet to be caught. This is the 5th or 6th fish. They don't all get to make an appearance on camera. Some of them are shy, and this is the little one, but it's beautiful. Okay. Good job. So, again, we just got started, and this is getting silly. Diana caught 2 fish at once. You can have that little fishy guy still in his mouth. Ah, this one still has it right down in his neck, in his throat there. Go enjoy your supper, little guy. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, we're going through our bait really quick. We're going to run out of minnows. But that's why we got them. One right after the other. Of course, I haven't caught one. This is about number 10, I think. Yep. They're biting. I finally caught a fish, and it's the world's tiniest fish. But I finally got one. All right. It's all downhill from here. One after the other, after the other. Another beautiful fish. Bye-bye. This is probably the 15th fish we got on the boat. We're not counting. There's too many of them. They're too beautiful. Bye-bye, fishy. Let's get some more of these guys here. Here's the bait. Okay, let's get some more. This feels like a nice sized fish, and it's not. It's a tiny fish with a whole lot of fight. My goodness. Well, that's why we go fishing. Oh boy, you got two again. Two at a time is fun. It's twice as much fun. Just lift it up. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Double trouble. I caught this guy right underneath the boat. Right underneath. Yep. It's about 20 now. We're not doing anything fancy here. That's a Palomar knot holding that hook right next to the line like that. It's essentially a drop shot, and there's a piece of lead down below it. That's not even 12 inches. Number 4 pound test, just tossing it out there not far from the boat, and that one was directly, that last fish was directly underneath the boat. Don't even have to cast out. They're everywhere. And in a few minutes, there's going to be more of them. Real easy. I only have one hook. The other rod has 2 hooks. And we caught 2 at a time, several times. I went to grab my phone and I looked over and the fishing pole was going away. That's a nice sized one there. But we're going to let him go. I'm going to take some fish home this trip. But I'm going to be here for 3 days camping on this boat. So I'll have lots of opportunities to get some fish to eat. Okay, where was I? Oh, I was on my phone. Good Lord. I just threw this back in, and before it hit the bottom, there was another fish on. I guess it's really that time of day. What I call the witching order. All right, good. So I was out there one spot for a while, just relaxing. I'm going to sleep here tonight. So I'm just relaxing, but I couldn't catch any fish. And I was playing with my phone and such. There's my phone now. So I moved and I found a spot. Oh man, so many fish on the fish finder. Sure enough, there they are, another double. That would be an important call. So as soon as I release this little devil here, I'll take care of it. And I have 2 poles in the water, so I actually caught 3 at once. I didn't realize it until I went to grab this other pole and it was all tangled up in the motor there because this fish was just dragging it wherever he wanted to. 3 fish at once. Well, that's going to get messy, and it did. This place is just crawling with fish. I was probably 150 yards in that direction over there, or 100 yards in that direction over there. It was shallower. So sometimes you just have to look around and find the right depth. And that's how you figure out where they're congregating, because that's what they do. They congregate at one depth. Fishermen like to call that the water column. And it matters. It matters for catching fish. Now this rod has 2 hooks and a little weight, tiny little split shot, number 4 line. Those hooks are on there as drop shots with the Palomar knot. And I caught 2 fish just about as quick as I threw the line in. And the other one just has a hook on the end of the line and a fish on it, and I'm just letting it drift out there. And that's a good way to fish different parts of the water column. So I put this pole in, and I started to put bait on my other one. I have a fish on it. Oh, he got away. He got away. It's okay. He's still out there, and a whole bunch of others too. So I'm going to be catching these just about as quick as I throw that in. What a beautiful night. It was a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful night. I'm going to sleep here on the boat. That's the cabin down in there. I have a porta potty under there. I have a nice big bed, my pillow from home, and a sleeping bag. Everything I need. I have food and drinks. And life is good. I have a fish on. Take it. Come on. There he is. I got him. I got him. Yeah, that happened really quick. Tomorrow I'm going to keep the bigger fish. If they're pan size, 9 inches or bigger, I'm going to keep them. Right now I'm still releasing everything. And there's a fish on the other line now. My golly, these guys, they give me no rest. No rest. He probably got away. Yep, he got away. It's really kind of messy and not terribly efficient to fish with more than one rod, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. Yeah. I hear you. They're coming for you. Yeah, that's a nice one. This is just a hook on the end of the line, and I just throw it out there and let it float around. And some fish somewhere is going to find it over and over. That's called free lining your bait. I'm trying to get that other rod set up. I just tossed this in, and I walk over 3 feet, sit down on the bench, and there's another fish. Oh, that's a nice one. He's pretty. Yeah, he's probably 9 inches. And that's the size you want for it to eat. Okay. I might have to switch back to fishing with just one rod like I did in the old days. Because this is just getting too complicated. Managing 2 rods. That other rod has a fish on it. Oh, for goodness sake. Now they're catfish. Now I'm getting catfish. That felt kind of thick. Catfish are like kind of bringing in a log. There you go. The other one had a fish on it and it was splashing around in the water. And he let go of it. By golly, he left my bait on there. So, one catfish and a whole bunch of crappie today. I have to put my night lights on. At night, you have to have a red and blue light on the front of the boat. Turn it on right here at the dash. This is the rear navigation light. The red light indicates the port, and the green light indicates the starboard side. And someone looking at you from out there, coming towards you, or if you're going towards them, everybody knows which side of the boat is which. Can tell if it's going away or coming towards you. And this is how we stay safe. You can see a boat coming towards us, and I see the green light, so I know he's coming from my left to my right. I'm looking at his starboard side. The light in the back, the navigation light that's white, has to be 4 feet up or something. Anyhow, it's supposed to sit up high, and the other just right up at the front of the bow. What a beautiful night. This line was out for 3 seconds, and I caught this fish. I spend more time putting bait on these things than I do with the line in the water, because they hit it so fast. Yep. Threw it in. Got a fish. And there's a fish on the other pole too. Golly. Oh, he probably got off. When they hit, you got to be right there. That's why this business of what I'm doing here doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I love being out here to watch the sunset. And it's always a time when the fish are biting like crazy. Never fails. Just threw that out. There's a fish. Cast and catch, just like that. Just as God intended it. This guy tried to eat them both, so he got himself tangled up in both of my hooks. He was hungry. Night night. I don't know if I want to stop fishing or not. I think I'm running out of bait. And as I went to check my bait, I caught yet another fish. One on each pole. I'm catching them so fast that my poles aren't even in the water. I don't have time to fix them. I don't have time to bait them up. Whoa! All right, little buddy. These crappie are fun to catch. Regardless of the size, they fight really hard. I got one here, and I'm not sure. I can't see in the bucket, but it appears that I have run out of bait. I'm going to use that light there and scour that bucket really good and see what's in there. Oh, well, I did find one more minnow down at the bottom of the bucket. And I have another fish. I have completely lost track of the number of fish today. It was a good amount. It's a fun day. I didn't lose my minnow. So that means I get to catch at least one more fish. I had this back to the boat. I tossed this out without a weight and without a float. And I just let it drift out there for a little bit. And I very gradually bring it back. I mean, super slow. Really, just for the purposes of keeping the line taut. So I'll know when I have a bite. Well, I keep finding minnows. And I keep catching fish. I should probably lay down, play on my phone, think about getting to sleep early, but I don't know. Seems counterintuitive to me as a fisherman. If the fish are biting, by golly, I'm gonna fish. One more fish right at the boat. This is a nice sized fish. This would have been nice in the pan. Yeah, he's a beauty. Off you go, bud. I'll come back and get you tomorrow and then we'll cook you up. So this is the cabin of the boat. And it's an amazing thing, really. Everything you see here, this big area, it sleeps 2 people very comfortably and 3 people if everyone's cozy. It's actually a giant sink or a giant bathtub. It's all fiberglass and it's all enclosed, and you can wash it out with the hose. There's a drain over there, and there's a drain in the back of that storage compartment. There's a drain in the back of that storage compartment. And when I cleaned it out, I scrubbed it with soap and water, and I hosed it down, and I just ran it all out. And it came out through the openings in the back of the boat that are for running water out. There's numerous outlets just above the water line. You could do this while the boat's going down the river. It really makes it nice to be able to clean it up well. So I did that. And of course you have to remove all these cushions and get things out of here. But once you do that, you just hose it down and scrub it, and I got it nice and clean. I was very pleased. And I'm going to be very comfortable here. I have another cushion here for where my feet are. Down in here, if you move these cushions aside, there's a little compartment and there's a porta potty. So I even have a place to go to the bathroom. And I'm going to sleep here for the next couple nights. I have food and I have extra clothing and I have stuff to clean up with. And I'm just going to have a good time. Right now I'm going to play with my phone for a while, and then I'm going to try to get some sleep. It's just after 10 o'clock. I am not an early bird. I go to sleep at midnight. So and there's no boats out on the water. The ones that are moving very slowly. There are people out here with boats with these great big light systems to attract carp, and they're shooting at carp with bows and arrows. I've never done that. I imagine it's kind of fun, but they don't bother me. They're not moving around enough to cause a wake or make the boat rock. This is a big boat, so even when boats do that, it's not too bad. And I doubt very much it would have woke me up at night. This is it. I'll see you in the morning.